Hi, good afternoon. My name is Matthew Roberts. In this video, I'm going to talk about a method that I've discovered. I've written a book about. The book is available online at all major retailers. I'm going to share a link to the book in the description and hopefully spread awareness regarding my approach to handling chronic pain. So I developed a method out of necessity. I fell downstairs when I was 14 and herniated my back, and I injured my lower back. My lower back injury turned into a degenerative disc disease called spinal stenosis. After 15 years of suffering, at the age of 30, I had back surgery. So before having back surgery, I completely lost the ability to walk or stand. So I had to have back surgery in order to ever recover and have any semblance of a normal life. Okay, so I discovered a method after back surgery that helps me to seemingly move pain and then remove pain, and it seemingly activates an unknown process that will remove pain and help you recover. Now, this method has not only worked for me, it has also worked for my oldest son. Now, I have been very guarded with regard to the secrecy of this method, so I haven't really shared a lot. But let me just say, my book is called The Chronic Pain Cure: My Journey to an Alternative Pain Method. In that book, I detail my injury, what happened, how I fought back, the discovery of my method, the 7-year process of discovering and perfecting my method. Now, this method not only helps me to remove pain, it helps me target and improve any muscle that I target by improving blood flow. Now, what I'm going to show you is it's not chiropractic. That is a technique in which someone adjusts you. In this method, you are manipulating your autonomic nervous system with your mechanical part of your nervous system. So this part of your brain works together in combination in order to seemingly push pain from a source. Now, I have called this Autonomic Bio Recovery Maneuvers because you're manipulating your autonomic nervous system. This is the part of your brain that controls the response to pain and really controls heartbeat, blood pressure, and many other vital functions within your body. The autonomic nervous system is separated into the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. Okay, so my method I figured out, and then scientifically I've studied and tried to go back in and find exactly what was happening. Now, I'm not positive, but that's why we must do research. However, I have been using this method to remove pain associated with I have arthritis in 2 discs in my back. Although I have had back surgery and I can stand, walk, jump, I'm very flexible. I have nothing holding me back in any way. Moving forward and back, I have no pain. Now, I have no pain because I use my method. Now, I am 41 years old, going on 42. I have been an athlete my whole life. I've sustained numerous injuries, sprained knees, severely sprained ankles, broken wrists, fingers, dislocated shoulder, head injury. So these injuries leave scars. The One of the bases behind my method is that these scars leave tender spots in your muscles where you have a difficult time healing, because your brain and your body can only heal so much of you. After that, you may need physical therapy, injections, other types of therapy and medicine. And some people try everything for back therapy, and everything doesn't work for everyone. So I use this method because after I had back surgery, I woke up from surgery. Yes, I could stand and walk, but I had a ton of new pain in my ribs, all up and down my back, all up and down my legs and thighs. I had weakness in my lower joints. I had nerve damage in my lower joints. So I knew that I couldn't live this way. And I'm a very religious man. Let me just be honest with you. My faith is in Jesus Christ as my Savior, and I pray to the Father. And when I was praying to the Father after I was home from surgery and I felt broken and like I would never be a person again, I was almost ready to check out of this world. I was in such misery. But that was weak. Now, the Lord blessed me with a miracle that He knew I'm the kind of person that doesn't sit on miracles. I'm not the kind of person that is selfish. No, I care about everyone in the world. So what I'm going to do here on YouTube is I'm going to show you first how to do it, right? Next, I'm going to include a link so you can purchase the book. I also have a podcast, which is only 2 episodes in. I have a Facebook group called Restore. I have a school class, SKOOL, which is all slow going. All of these things are at their base level. They're on their way. Now, regarding the book, I have sold my book in a few different countries, in the United States, in Japan. I've also sold in Europe, and a couple different countries there. Now, my point is that, so I haven't received any negative feedback from anyone, and I invite people to contact me. I haven't received any negative feedback on my method on Amazon or any negative book reviews on any major retailers. So I waited. That's typically what I was waiting for a few months. Now, since I haven't received any of that information, what I want to go ahead and do is just release this to the masses. And this video is going to go on YouTube. So basically, I'm just going to tell you, you can use this method on any muscle in pain or any muscle growing. And I'm going to describe the method, then I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's say your back is hurt. You would target a spot in your back where the back is hurt. You can find that spot by pressing that part of your back into a wall. Now, I have arthritis, so I always have some weakness that when I click it out, it goes away. And then when I move, I don't feel it. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me. But when I press into the disc that is arthritis is a condition that you cannot recover from. So I just manage my arthritis and live joyfully with this method. So you find, okay, hold on. Let me take off my jacket fully. So in the middle of your back, right, you have your spine. Each part of your spine is a different little vertebrae. Each one of those vertebrae tells your body a different set of instructions of how to operate correctly. When those vertebrae are messed up, the instructions don't come through correctly, unfortunately. Now, what you want to do is you want to find out where that pain is. The first point, the initial point, right? So let's say I found the pain there. Then you want to find the second point where that's connected to. Now, you could flatten your spine on the wall and do it like that to find 2 different points. Third, you want to find other points where you're in pain, like your ribs. I'm not in pain in my ribs. Abs, if you've been working out your abs. I don't know, your collarbone or your shoulders, or, you know, there's any number of places where the pain could be. Now, for me, I just have a tiny bit of tension in my upper disc, not when moving around, but when I press into it hard. Okay, so before I do the adjustment, the self-adjustment, let me just say what it is. First, you target where you're in pain. Second, you use your elbow joint with a flexing, you flex it and then straighten it out, and you're gonna hear the sound. Okay? Now, my method uses the joint system called your articular nervous system. It uses the atlas and the axis, which are the ball joint in which your head rotates on. So that's meant to rotate your whole life, 100 plus years without ever wearing out. So you're meant to use this for something else besides turning your head. Now, I found out you can use it to remove pressure from pain. And then you can take that movement. Listen, I was so miserable, I had to find this stuff out. And I figured it out, and I'm bringing it to y'all. So let me just say, so you find the place where you're in pain, right? Then you use so I press in, find the elbow joint, flex, straighten it out, heard that pop, that part's done. Next, you can see other videos on YouTube where there are doctors for the atlas and the axis. They try to suggest something similar, but my suggestion is like this. You shrug your shoulders, squish your neck into your shoulders like that. Let me show you from the back. Shrug your shoulders, press your head and neck into your shoulders. Once you're in this position, rotate. You probably heard pop, 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 pop. I heard it. Let's see from the front. Rotate, pop, pop. All right. Now, that's the step 2 of the method. According to their atlas and axis doctors that think that move or maneuver, a rocking maneuver version of it, is enough to remove the pain. But that's not the case. I have the key. So the next step, I'm gonna lower the mic. And so the next step, you wanna squat down like this. Knees fully bent, stand back up on your toes. Did you hear that popping? Now, my theory, which I haven't researched yet, my theory is that the lower joints pull the pain further away. Now, we're not done yet. The last step of this method, you go on your tippy toes, okay? From that last step, from squatting down, you stand up, you go on your tippy toes, right? Once you go on your tippy toes, you come back down to your feet. Once you're on your toes, you should have like a pop, like in your knees. Okay, now next, I'm gonna lower the camera again. Okay, now next, with your feet flat on the ground, this is my right leg. So just lean all your weight on your right leg only, and then turn your body to the left, like this. Okay, just like that. Now, you might have heard it the second time. There was a small pop there. It went pop. That, I'm not crazy, guys. It's facts. That small pop is the symbol of a successful use of the Autonomic Bio Recovery Maneuvers, of this self-adjustment method, of the chronic pain cure. Now, some injuries, most injuries, have multiple sore spots on muscles, multiple weaknesses on the muscle, connected to that muscle, in the connective tissues. So you may have, you have to use the method in different places. So there, basically, I follow some principles like this. I follow principles of based on the symmetry of your body. So if you have an injury on one side, then you have weakness on the other side where that's connected to. Also, you have equal symmetry on the bottom half of your body that you're connected to. So your whole body is connected. I broke my nose 2 times, and when I got my nose looked at, when I got my teeth looked at, they were looking at how my teeth affects the movement of my broken nose bones. So I'm going to have to get nose surgery and fix my teeth at the same time. What is my point? My point is that everything is all connected and it all works together in symphony. We call this the human body. Now, the best part about this method is if you have sore feet, you can use this on your feet. If you have hurt knees, you can use this on your knees. But what is the best way to remove knee pain? By targeting the base of your feet. Because when you target the base of your feet, when you target the base of your feet, you target the nerve endings of every muscle grouping of your body. So if my method allows you to remove tension from tense muscles, if my method allows you to move pain, which is seemingly like, let's think about what a bruise is. A bruise can be muscle that is overly clenched and there's a lot of blood flooded into the area. And the nervous system, this process is controlled by your autonomic nervous system. It's not controlled by your conscious mind. So let's say as the bruise is flooded with blood and the body is scared, so it doesn't know what to do to heal. So what it does is it tries to flood the area with blood, and then it uses the nutrients to heal that area over time. However, with certain injuries, there's only so much healing that can be done. So that's why the Matthew Roberts method and autonomic bio recovery maneuvers are absolutely essential, and I don't know, the only thing I use for everything and the way to the future. So, but thanks for watching this video, and also help me start a revolution, because there's a lot of people out there in pain, a lot of people suffering, and they need something, they need some help. And this could be everything as it's been to me. All right, well, thanks for watching, and leave your comments and questions below. Also, you can send any inquiries to Matt, M-A-T-T 300 at iCloud.com. All right, thanks again. Have a great day. Bye.